Hey, what's going down? I'm Donald Nelson with Supreme Confidence. And you're listening to today's episode of Love Affair Discussions with Kels podcast on the Confidence in the Klutch Network. It's a game of basketball, a game of life. You got to have confidence in the clutch. Practice makes confidence. Pressure makes diamonds. Stay sucker free. What was that? Keep it a buck. Stay woke or get out. Listen on Apple Podcasts and Google Play Music and at confidenceintheclutch.podbean.com. Subscribe, rate, and review. Hit that bell button to get notifications of new episodes. When we go live is important. Visit us on Facebook /Confidence in the Klutch. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at K in the K. Coming up for today's episode 18, we're going to talk about that's how you feel. Question of the week. Do lonely desperate people break up happy homes? Topic of the week. Relationship, marriage counseling. Should more couples seek it? Confidence starts right now. 3, 2, 1. Confidence on 3, in the clutch on 6. 1, 2, 3.
Confidence.
4, 5, 6.
In the clutch.
Confidence in the clutch.
There we go. Perfect this time. The seamless integration of what the fuck is going on. Lovely woman, how you doing?
I'm doing okay.
All right. Let's cheers. We got a salute. The T to the Jameson. Let's do it. T to Jameson. You know you need some of this. Let me help you out a little bit. Oh, sorry, some of that poured up in. Oh, sorry.
I need some of that.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You need some of that.
Wow.
That's how we do it, y'all.
That's what we do. Okay.
Kelly,
Yes, sir.
how you feel?
I'm feeling okay. I mean, it's been a rough week. Been a rough week, but I can make it. So, that's how you feel. It's just basically, I'm trying not to go in, but I'm just gonna be real.
I need you to go
I'm gonna be real short and sweet, though. Hold on, let me get a little sip of this.
Can I tell you something real quick? Can I jump in? I'm gonna ask you for permission. We don't have no moderator here, so I'm gonna ask you for permission.
Permission
like
is
R.
granted.
Kelly. I'm gonna go probably all the way the fuck off, so you can go in.
Okay.
Yeah, you can go.
Okay.
Please go in. You'll help me out. It'll make my shit more legit.
So, that's how you feel is, I guess I'm tired of cats
Oh man.
telling me like that you need me
Ooh.
type situation.
I need you.
I mean like
I need
like
you.
like you need me, not that I need you, but you need me, and I can do this, I can do that, I am this, I am that, is I, and I'm like, all that stuff you talking about, I'm good. I'm straight. Because that's horrible. Any extra that you talking about you can bring to me and that I need, I can do bad by myself, basically.
Kelly, I need you.
Okay.
Okay. So I hope I wasn't in that discussion.
No, I just, I'm thinking, just like, you have people that try to run game to you. You know what I'm saying? They basically try to shoot they shot. Don't shoot your shot.
Oh, time out. That's a different level. So
don't shoot your shot with a you need me. You need me to do this. You need me to do that for you.
Is that what cats do?
Listen.
What time out?
That's what some cats do, and that's what some cats think is cool.
Let me fix all this shit because it's finna go down. Tell me. So you telling me that a man is telling a woman to try to court them to get them to even attempt to go out and spend some money on them, that you need me?
You need a man like me. That's what they hit you with. You need a man like me that's gonna do da 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 X,
How the
Y,
fuck
Z.
they know what you do?
Like,
scrub ass Mark.
This is what I'm saying. Like if you really know me, you know that I'm more than capable of doing a lot of things by myself.
But you know what though? Motherfuckers do need motherfuckers when it comes to the upgrade though. Like say for instance, if I'm gonna take you to a different living situation, right?
Okay.
You can't afford some places where you might want to live, but with a co-host or a co-ho,
you could.
I can help you. We can get to where we need to be at, baby.
But that's no, that's not. That's,
No, that
I mean,
ain't
that's
what we
not
on.
necessarily what
That
I'm
ain't what we
talking
on.
about.
Okay.
It's like to me, it's like one of those.
Is this the
you need me.
introduction to the courting? Like motherfucker, I like you, but motherfucker, yeah, you know what I'm saying. You need me type shit, baby.
You need a man like me to do that, and I'm like, yeah, okay.
To do what, motherfucker? Where you? And niggas like.
You need a man like me that could take care of you, that could show you how to do this, how to do that. You need a man like me. This what I bring to the table.
You ain't even gotta do all that. A real man don't do all that. Motherfucker,
that.
show and prove.
I'm looking like, excuse me, call on me, cause I don't need none of that. None of that. I don't want none of that. You know what I mean? And so that's why I know me. I'm like super particular. Like I really be like, before somebody even try to shoot they shot, I probably done shot them down because I know that this is not what you need.
What was the look you gave a motherfucker, man? I just need to know the look. Oh, that's the look. You fine with that look though.
It was like,
at least I would have grabbed your hand and said, baby, I'm just playing. Like, for real, when can I take you out? And I would have looked at you. And you probably would have said, okay.
all I could do was shake my head. You know, like that emoji where the hand goes here. And I was just like, I wanted to take the hand and slap you upside your head.
Absolutely.
Because, like, come on, for real. Like, if that's how you run your game to women, or maybe, you know what, maybe you run that to them hoes. Maybe you run that to them women that really, really need you.
You can't.
But you ain't running that to me, and you ain't running that to a woman that can already do everything for herself.
Right. You can't do that with a
professional.
A seasoned, accomplished.
You can't do that with Black
woman.
Pearl. You can't.
A seasoned, accomplished woman. That's good. That's for the stupid chicks that wear eyelashes. Oh. I'm sorry. I'm cool with the eyebrows getting done, not the eyelash.
Not the eyelash. You don't want to extend.
Not unless you got a performance.
Not unless you got a performance.
You got a performance, your eyelashes need done. I don't need you at work at the desk and that shit flapping and getting stuck. I don't. But at the same time, if that's what you feel like you need to do to make yourself look better, we're all for it. Right? We don't hate.
Eyelashes are pretty. I don't wear them.
Pretty ugly, but it's
special
cool.
occasions, but they're beautiful. They accentuate the beauty even more so of whatever it is that you're trying of the eye.
I guess if you're trying to look like a doll or Betty Boop, if you're trying to look like a motherfucking brat doll or Betty Boop.
You're talking about eyelashes that are like super long. I'm talking about those that just look like like they could be your natural eyelashes.
I know when it's fake. Like you with some eyelashes, it look silly as hell. But anyway, how about you with some eyelashes would look like me with some eyelashes?
I gotta show you a picture of me with some eyelashes. You probably never thought they were eyelashes because it looks so natural because they're not so long.
Whatever. I
can't wait to pull up the picture.
Ride for them. All right, you done, Miss? I can do bad all by myself.
I'm gonna post that picture on Facebook and say this is for all the people with the eyelashes because of you.
It's fine. Whatever you gotta do to make yourself feel good and think you look good, I'm all for it. I do not care. Whatever you gotta alter about your body, I'm all for it because it's great.
I had to wear them. It was for a wedding. It was required.
Who would? Oh, that's a tacky wedding, but that's just me.
That's what they wanted. Eyelashes, red lip.
I'd rather you come.
Cool.
I'd rather you come fitting into your dress without rolls on the side.
Not everybody can do that.
Well, you ain't in a wedding.
Oh my gosh, you ain't in the wedding. Okay.
That means your dress got fitted. Anyway, come on, we ain't doing this. This where the show goes to an hour and a half, and it could be 50 minutes. Okay.
So how you feeling?
Ooh, shit. That's what I wrote down. Ooh, shit.
Yeah.
I was tripping. All right.
You to really.
Let me clear my throat, nigga. 2 Africa chains. We still in bondage, y'all, around the motherfucking world. The
I didn't know
red.
this was gonna be how you feel.
The red is for the blood. The green is for our land. The black is for the people. I'm black. You don't need that. Always remember that red, black, and green, the African liberation flag, it means something. Because the only thing we got is being prisoners and hostages. We prisoners of the motherfucking war. Fuck Vietnam vets. I don't give a fuck if you black or white. We prisoners of war. They came, Africa, they came and got us. They took us. They brought us over here. They lied to the kings that gave us up. They gave them alcohol and whatever the fuck they got from the West Indies because the shit they ain't never had, or they thought they never had, because we've been over here since the 10th century, which is the 900s B after AD, if anybody know their fucking history. As I digress. This would make our show go long, though. But, yes.
Right. History lesson.
Red is for the blood shed on this country, on this continent, North America, motherfucking Central America and South America, the whole Western Hemisphere. Green is for the land, for Africa, where we always need to get back to it. The fuck you can. Anybody that got the means to get it, spend that $4,000. Get back to Africa. Bring me some motherfucking sand back. Now.
That's how you feeling.
When you try to make a meaningful relationship out of one that is purely sexual, you're a loser. I'll tell you why. The basic premise is, for a woman that's trying to, or a man that's trying to make something out of something that's sexual, it's women that just want to give you the cooch. They just want to give you the cooch. So when they just want to give you the cooch, let them just give you the cooch. It's men that just want to give you the pipe. So just let them give you the pipe. Don't make something more out of it than what it is. Let it be what it is. I'm 41. I got 41 years of game. You know what I'm saying? Lost my virginity at 16, so I know what I'm talking about. Now, the older I get, the more I see, there's a lot of women, because we're in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, there ain't a lot of quality man out here. We call them fiancés, the cat that used to, when niggas was getting paper checks at work, Kelly. So you get the paper check, Kelly. I'm calling you like, you got your check yet? Just sign it over to me so I can come get it, right? So I can come get it, Kelly, so I can sign, because you giving me money. Then the corporation had to move it to midday at lunchtime because it was an influx of motherfuckers. And we had to move it to at the end of the day. Why? Because your man was coming up here getting your check.
Now
People that's, let me go. I'm gonna go. You know, I'm going. People that's in that needy stage or that controlling stage, you're waiting for me to tell you what you want me to do, so then you can do what you want to do with me. For everybody that's a little bit slow on listening and the rhetoric, you're waiting for me to tell you what you want me to do, so then you can do what you want to do with me. So how about this? Did you ever think you was the plan B? Did you ever think that when I did something for you, that really another motherfucker might have pissed me off and I asked her out and I just made it seem like I did something good for you, but I'm planting a seed that you thinking I did something. Be quiet. Be quiet. But in the words of Kelly, I can do bad all by my motherfucking self. So all you people that's out here, leave it sexual. Because men reach their sexual peak at 30, women reach their sexual peak at 40. So y'all need to be getting y'all a 40-year-old. That's all I gotta say.
Whoa. Shout out to all the 40-year-olds.
Shout out to all the 40-year-old women
out here.
Most of them successful. They ain't got time. They got a case they got to finish. They got this time frame that they can mess with you on a sexual level. The reason they messing with you like that is because you ain't calling, you ain't needy and all that shit. The simple-minded fake women need a motherfucker that they can train, that they can teach, that they can do all this shit. He ain't seasoned. Because that's a form of control. They need them. I need to help you get a job. I need to help you raise your kids. I need to help you. Fuck all that. Yeah. Nah.
That's a good one, though.
Yeah.
Man,
I can do
tell you what to do.
all bad by me. A lot of women want that shit. That's why I'm single now. They want to be able to tell you, control you either with pussy, money, or love. Because loyalty is a motherfucking fool. Okay, Kelly. I done said about 5 cuss words. Now I'm only supposed to say 5 the whole show.
The whole show.
You ready?
Okay.
All right, moving on.
Yep.
This week question of the week. Do lonely, desperate people break up happy homes? Kelly. Yes or no? Then I'm getting my yes or no. Then we can go, but I'm going right back to you.
You know, it depends.
Okay, it depends. She didn't answer the question.
It depends.
Ask me, Kelly.
Do lonely and desperate people break up happy homes?
Abso-fucking-lutely. That's 6 cuss words. Yes. Okay, Kelly.
You wanna expound on that?
Or you went first. Ladies first.
So,
go ahead, love.
Okay. So I'm just thinking of it from a perspective of, so if I'm a lonely and desperate woman, and I'm out here having we're gonna go back to, I'm having a sexual relationship with a man who's already in a relationship, and I want it to be,
we could be done with that too.
I want it to be more meaningful relationship. Then there is potential for me to break up that home. If it just depends on how hard I go, how much I want to become the woman. You know what I'm saying? How much I want to become the woman, like similar to what he already has. Because I
want to stop you, but I can't. I can't wait to please finish. I got a question.
I'm controlling. I believe that what I have is the best thing you've ever had.
Because your ass already dipping out.
And it's really not. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, to a certain degree, yes. But in the same respect, it's that man who is really the lonely, desperate one.
Ooh. Hit me. Come on, baby.
Okay?
Give me some more.
Because you're in a relationship with somebody, and ultimately, whatever, it's not fulfilling. You know what I mean? It's not fulfilling enough. You're lonely, you're desperate, or really, ultimately, you may not even be lonely or desperate. You're just in a relationship for whatever.
Business, the kids,
the look, all of those things.
The trophy.
All of those things. And you really just want to be out here. You want to be free. And instead of you being true to yourself, you lonely, you desperate, and you actually put yourself in a position to break up it's not even a happy home, so to speak. It's not even it's not even a Kelly, it's not a home. It's not happy. It's none of that. But you put yourself in a position to break up or destroy. You've already destroyed it because you're out here having a sexual relationship with a woman who's not
home, my nigga.
You know, your committed partner, whether it be your wife, your girlfriend, who y'all live together, fiance, y'all got kids, or whatever the case, grown kids, adult
Come
kids.
on, Kelly. Come
kids.
On now.
So I mean, it's on both parties, you know, but really more so, it's on that man, because you the one that stepped out of whatever it was that you had going on. So you the really lonely and desperate one. Ooh, but before you go in,
ain't no going in. I got follow-ups.
Listen,
I don't even want to talk
but
yet.
listen, before you got the follow-ups, I do want to let people know this is a part of our show.
Ooh, fuck.
Where we're gonna kind of go offline. So if you want to catch the rest of this, okay, the rest of this particular episode of Love Affair Discussions podcast with Kels and my co-host, be sure to catch us on, or actually you need to subscribe to Confidence in the Klutch on YouTube. Okay, you can also subscribe to Confidence in the Klutch on Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music, or podbean.com,
or my ever-growing beard,
or your ever-growing beard. So check us out.
Absolutely.
On either one of those, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music, or podbean.com. If you wanna see this,
right,
check us out on YouTube.
On YouTube, the whole joint.
If you want to see the entire thing.
Absolutely.
If you want to listen to us,
absolutely,
go on to Google Play Music or Apple Podcasts or
wherever you
Podbean.com.
download your podcast.
Wherever you download your podcast, because we're going to continue to have an awesome show.
Absolutely.
And we're going to continue to talk more. And if you really want to know what those follow-up questions are and what he's got to say about whether or not lonely and desperate people break up happy homes, because you know he's going to go in, y'all. You know he's going to go in.
Absolutely.
Then I'm going to suggest that you check us out on YouTube or those other media.
Facebook Live, thank you. We're done. Go ahead, Kels. No. Now we off
What's
the
your
motherfucking
follow-up?
cuff. Press that bottom button, baby. The one under the check. Thank you. Yeah. Now we good. Yeah.
Share.
Go ahead. Absolutely. Kelly motherfucking
20
last name. You are excited. You're a catch. You know that? I be telling you, baby, you need me too. You know what I'm saying? Kelly, you know what I'm saying? Here's the thing, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, I see you ain't got no ring on your hand, you know what I'm saying? All that lame ass shit cats come with. It is what it is, just being personable. See, the thing is, most cats don't understand. Let a woman choose you. Women, they choose. And like, if you a quality dude, you gonna have them lined up.
We are choosing. Yeah, nowadays, we choosing.
Yeah.
Because we put ourselves in the positions where we feel like, you know what? I can choose now.
Or motherfucker, your options are very fucking limited.
But no, women used to step back and we used to want to, you know, I want to be chosen. You know what I mean? A lot of women didn't feel like they didn't feel like they were adequate enough to choose.
They wanted to be chosen 20 years ago.
Yeah. Or they just didn't feel like they were adequate enough.
But you was trying back in the day. They were trying to get chosen by the dope dealer nigga with the slick car.
Yeah.
They could buy you the matching leathers from Fox's at Mayfair, nigga.
But the hoes was out there choosing now. They was choosing them automatic off top. Like if they knew what they had to do.
Okay. You said something fucking phenomenal. You was like, if I choose to, I said, I lost it then. When you was talking about the lonely, desperate people break up a happy home. And you said something like, yo, that was over. When you said, if I choose to pursue the shit, then woo. And then you broke it down on how to do. I had to talk about that before I get into my shit. So I can't even come behind you to be
I can't. It's not a happy home.
It's not a happy home.
The man is really the one who's desperate and lonely. I'm just saying, either way it goes. Way. You desperate and you 50, lonely 50. Because you in a relationship with somebody that you really not connected with. You there's no connection there. I don't care what you say. There's no real connection.
I get it. 50-50
there's that spiritual connection between the two of you is not there.
But
and so you step out trying to make a physical connection to fill the void of what you don't have and what you want and you haven't gotten. So you really lonely and desperate.
I'll change that lonely and desperate to lack of love and neglect. The lonely and desperate is the ones that pursue the motherfuckers that know they got somebody. Plenty of people violate the sanctity of a relationship knowing that's my and they don't give a damn about none of that because I'm trying to get mine off, and if he gonna take the bait, I'm gonna go ahead and milk this motherfucker for whatever I can. When it comes to cheating, the people that's most successful at it are married people that mess with another married person because we both got too much to lose. It ain't the motherfucker that'll blow you up in the middle of the night. That's why some people that's married, they'll go get a prostitute. Then think about the benefits. The benefits of getting a prostitute, I take that back, a crackhead. The benefit of having a crackhead is that she ain't calling you, she ain't blowing your phone up. It's for the work. You can always put it on. She's trying to get some money, some work or whatever. She just want to get you some head. But anyway, so they break up happy homes because it's always in that indifference phase. But when you step out, period, point blank, remember, Confidence in the Klutch says, she lives with you, you engaged, you can't do it. absolutely when you marry. She lives with you, you engaged and married, you can't step out on your woman. Period, point blank. Otherwise than that, it's fair game.
If you are married.
She lives with you first.
Mm-hmm.
Engaged or married, you can't step out on your mate.
Okay.
So, from my stand was absolutely, listen.
I got to follow up to that.
Here we go. I'm finna get into it. Do lonely, desperate people break up happy homes? Absolutely. If your mouth, and from a man perspective, if your sex, your cooch, or your wallet is all you have to offer. That's all you got to offer, Kelly. If that's all you got to offer, you can break it up, right? You told me this week that men and women think because of superficial things, they're the best thing ever.
Absolutely. Like, that's why I said, like, women think, like, if I'm the lonely, desperate woman, and I'm going after this married man, or he's engaged or whatever, he lives with his woman and they got kids, whatever the situation is, if he come in to get what I got, I'm thinking like, man, because I'm lonely and desperate, I'm thinking like, man, mine is mine. It must be good. You know what I'm saying? Because it's better than what you got.
That's
at
not
home.
Necessarily true though.
We know it's not necessarily true.
I might just be a fucking rabbit.
You could be.
And I'm not getting satisfied at the crib.
That is true.
So your lonely, desperate ass is coming in the fridge, and you really think about it. You let me do what the fuck I want to do. I don't need you. But if you're gonna throw it to me, I'm gonna take it just cause you lonely and desperate. Think about it. Like, I can't say that. I can't say. I got an off wax comparison for you. I can't say that right now though.
You can't figure out another way to put it?
No, I can't say it. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that.
Okay.
But when I tell you later, you're gonna be like, I see why you can't say that.
Okay.
But okay, all right, moving on. Topic of the week: relationship, marriage, and counseling. Should more couples seek it? You took the first one. I'll take this. It's hard to say because we don't know what couples do. Real couples don't put their business in the street. When you married, it's a sacred vow between you and God. That's why most people don't make it in marriage nowadays, because they don't hold that sanctity of marriage to be important. They want to talk to their mama, their sister, their daddy, their brother, their cousin, their friend who ain't never been married about what the fuck they going through. That marriage is between that man and that woman. And if you take just the basic vows that everybody give you, say for better or for worse, to death do us part. And the biggest important thing is, if you're a spiritual person, not a religious person, you made that vow with that mate in front of God. So if you believe spiritually that there's a supreme being that's in control of everything in your life, and it guides you, it wakes you up every morning for you to fill up in the blanks, and it allows you to go to sleep, and it allows you to repent and come back the next day and wakes you up to do it again. And you make this vow with somebody that you choose to say, I want to be with this one person the rest of my life. If you can't figure it out with that person, I think you got to go to other man to figure it out. That's not a unbiased opinion. That's not a hater to say. Then you're losing, because marriage counseling saved my motherfucking life. You know what I'm saying? It saved my life. I'm gonna be very totally honest. Bulletproof vest is off, mask is off. When I was married, motherfucker told me we had the marriage counseling not to get together, but to let you down easily. You know what I'm saying? So I said, damn, really? So the counselor said, you gotta leave. Like, damn, like, you know, she with this bullshit, right? Like, I get it. She like, I'll deal with you. I'm not dealing with y'all no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll deal with you. You know what I mean? From the counseling from here on out, like, I ain't even, when she said that shit, it was off the table. Because she's like, I'm not here for that type of shit. Like, motherfucker, I'm here for motherfucker just trying to. So when she said that, and she told me, like, give her a time frame. In your head, don't let nobody know. Don't let me know. And if she don't come back to you by that time frame, it's fucking over. Save my life. So, marriage counseling is the greatest relationship counseling, whatever you got to do, even if you in a relationship where y'all live in separate households, you stay in the same household, you've been engaged for 5 years.
Yeah, you definitely need some counseling.
Whatever it is, whatever high conflict in your relationship, which most of the time when that shit happens, I mean, you don't need to be with the motherfucker, to be honest with you. Like, that's just, you don't need to be with them because it's a lot of games being played. The motherfuckers want to hold on to their little piece of security, but that's where you got to figure it out. But absolutely, wholeheartedly, I think more couples should seek it, and I think they should seek it early because if we do it, when we talked about the 369 in the first year relationship, if they do it earlier, you might find out about that person from this indifferent motherfucker that ain't got shit to do with y'all, that don't have no leverage with y'all, that I might not need to be with homie because they're paid professionals to understand what the fuck is going on.
So should you get the counseling before you get married?
Absolutely. I'm gonna give you one. I'm a Superman cape is off. Our marriage counseling with the pastor, he said, y'all shouldn't get married. The last session, he said, y'all shouldn't get married. I said, fuck it, we getting married.
He saw something you didn't see.
He saw something I saw. How about that? That's even more fucked up.
He saw something that you saw, but you forced it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. A lot of times we do that in relationships.
Real shit, right?
We see things that we know, but we just think it's gonna change. Yeah, I agree.
Kels.
I think that so if you're married or whatever, if you're a couple, when it comes to counseling, marriage counseling, or relationship counseling, I mean, to me, it makes more sense if you receive that counseling by more than just one person. It helps to me. I think if I'm married, let's say for example we're married, and we have some issues in our marriage.
Can I hold your hand? I want to talk. I want to hold your hand the whole time.
If we're having issues in our marriage, right? Then we should be counseled by another married couple. You know what I mean? Because
go ahead.
Because
can we come back to that? Can you?
Yeah, we can come back to that.
Go ahead.
Because the other man or married man that's giving us the counseling is gonna have a perspective that I may not see. You know what I'm saying? And that you may not see. And that gives us the opportunity to kind of understand it from a couple that has been maybe married for quite a long time and they've been through these phases, because I do believe marriage goes through phases. Yeah. I mean, like major phases.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, I think it's important, you know, when you can't, it's not always that you have to come to an agreement, so to speak, in a relationship. But it's got to be that sometimes you need to seek marriage counseling so that you guys can hear each other.
If it's that, motherfucker, listen, go ahead.
Like really hear what the other individual is saying, and because I mean, you know, or be able to listen and really focus in on what that other individual is trying to communicate to you. But you know, it was interesting that you said a lot of people don't believe in the sanctity of marriage, and you know, to me marriage is very similar to like your relationship with God.
Absolutely.
Like you and God have
thank you.
You and God have like this covenant, like it's an agreement, so to speak.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And that's what marriage is. Marriage is a covenant between two individuals. It's agreeing on, like, I was just like, while you were talking about it, I was like looking it up, you know, and it said the idea of a covenant is a meaning of coming together. It presupposes two or more parties who come together to make a contract agreeing on promises, stipulation, privileges, and responsibilities. So, I think that's what people need to understand. Like when you it's difficult to be in a covenant relationship with somebody who doesn't have a covenant relationship with God. Like,
right.
I think that's that right there. I mean,
Absolutely,
we obviously
absolutely,
don't.
baby.
We don't have the same values of some sort. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you having your relationship with God, then we can have a relationship because you understand that there's an agreement between he and I, and then there's an agreement between me and you.
Right.
So
can I jump in?
Yeah, go ahead.
The problem is people relationship with God is not spiritual; it's religion based.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So if we're from different organized gangs, call them churches, and whatever your pastor say or whoever they district leader or the Eastern District of wherever say that, you feel like that's what you got to need and that's what you need. But you know what I'm saying, it is what it is. It's like bringing somebody to Jesus, right? You don't force somebody to come to Jesus. You let them come along. That's what Jen told me a long time ago. You don't force nobody to come to Jesus. You come. They got to come on their own. If you force them, then it ain't gonna ever happen. So if you got to force a motherfucker to want to do right by you,
Mm-hmm.
it ain't gonna happen, Kels. Ain't gonna happen, sweetheart.
So relationship counseling is
Absolutely.
We agree on that.
Hands down,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
But see, my thing, I guess I'm like, at what point do you seek the counseling? And that's why I mentioned getting the counseling before you get married.
Oh yeah, that time out.
You
So
know
the
what I mean?
whole other marriage counseling shit, that's that religious. We go to the same church. We got the wedding group. We got the marriage group. We got the wedding, whatever the hell type shit. Nah, motherfucker, that's putting other motherfuckers in your business. They ain't licensed professional motherfuckers that deal with marriage counseling or infidelity counseling. Like, kudos to my cousin. I'm saying my cousin Renelle. She was the only black licensed infidelity counselor in Wisconsin. Now she's the only black licensed infidelity counselor in Arizona. Nigga, like, this shit is for real. Like, the shit she tell me and the shit motherfuckers got to go through and the shit she dealing with people and trying to get them back together after the infidelity. That's the real fucking work. She's an impartial motherfucker. Now, the motherfucker you go to church with. You know what I mean? So that's where I get what you're saying. But yeah, me and you, we ain't dealing with motherfuckers in the church. We got to go to somebody outside.
Mm-hmm.
And since she's the only black person, we got to go to somebody that doesn't look like me or you. And I'm fine with that. It's a whole different dynamic.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying, the whole relationship counseling period, like, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with me going to the counselor right now and letting them know I got issues with everything in my motherfucking life. You know what I'm saying? Like, as black people, we always were taught to, that's only shit that white people do or crazy people do.
Yeah.
And that's not the truth. This is what makes you a better person. Like, it can save your fucking life. Like I told you, the marriage counselor saved my life, because if not, I would have been running behind that woman, you know what I'm saying, trying to figure out how to make it work when she's playing me all along. Right? Even though I knew in the back of my head, motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, I was so still loyal. Like I told you a couple episodes ago about being loyal. What I learned from my relationships is that I'm too loyal. When it's over, let the shit be over. Don't be still trying to help out with the kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit like that. Don't still be there when the motherfuckers say they need you type shit. Like, nah, be like, you gotta just separate yourself totally from that shit. So that was just me, Kels. You know what I'm saying? Oh, excuse me, player.
Look, when it's done,
it's done. I hear you.
Look, you see this? Check up the deuces. I can't help you. You didn't want to make this work? We ain't working.
Hey, man,
we can't work after the fact.
Hey man, Kelly don't need you, man. She's straight. Like, I ain't trying to get into the baby daddy shit with you, but you know what I'm saying? Whatever. Kelly got me now, so you know what I'm saying? I don't, whatever y'all beef is, man, I ain't getting into that shit. You might just got out of motherfucking wall pond, man. I ain't dealing with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even want them problems, fam. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? Kelly is my woman, you know what I'm saying? Them your kids, so my fault.
You funny.
Let's go, Kelly. Love Q&A.
Love Q&A.
I'm going to read it for Kels. Unless you want to read. No, I'm going to let you read this one. I can't read that.
So my question is, you know, because we talked about the 40-year-old woman, right?
40 plus.
40 plus woman. I'm part of that 40 plus. I'm part of the 40. I ain't plussing yet. But so when I thought, I have had conversations with women who are 40 plus, 50 plus, 60 plus, and about this particular topic. And I just want to know, how does a relationship survive things like menopause, body changes resulting from pregnancy, just changes in health overall? How does a relationship survive that? Because the first thing that comes to my mind is the sexual, the intimacy in the relationship. You know what I'm saying? It can really have a strain on the intimacy in a relationship when you're dealing with, after pregnancy. Don't be 40 plus and having babies in, and then you got to deal with that, or just changes in your overall health. We have a lot of women that are dealing with things like breast cancer. We have women that are dealing with things like uterine cancer, thyroid issues, just
try pussy. Oh,
no, but it's funny you say that because
gland issues.
You're talking about, hormones are changing, and so women, there are certain things that your body doesn't produce.
I'm sorry.
I'm
sorry to all the women with the dry cooch, man. I'm sorry. I got a trick for you, fellas. Put the KY or the lubricant on your penis before you put the rubber on, and then you're always wet. Okay, go ahead.
But that may not work, is what I'm saying.
It work for us. How about that? Okay, my fuck it. I'm sorry. I got to be Playboy D.
It has worked for you.
Listen, my homeboy D, Coach D said, man, I listened to the podcast. I didn't know you was like that. I said, that's Playboy D. And he laughed at me. So I got to be Playboy D for all my homies. Shout out to Coach D, man. Love. Go ahead.
But with menopause, you it's more than just hot flashes. It's that hormonal stuff that women are dealing with. It's the changes in behavior. It's the changes in body temperature, and women don't feel as sexy as they used to as they're going through those changes. You know what I mean? It's like, because listen. Mm-hmm. I've always felt good with myself. But you know what I'm saying? As I'm getting older, I do notice things change. You know what I'm saying? I do notice, hormones are different, and I may see or feel a certain type of way about, certain things. You know what I mean? It's just, so it's like, if you're in a relationship with a woman that's going through all of these things, like how does it survive? Because I've had conversations with men who are married or, married. This has been mostly married men, I should say. And I'd be like, man, how are you making it?
They got a young chick. One to lay with, one to play with.
No,
they
but
ain't
I'm
gonna tell
saying,
you. Hey, how's that tea?
The tea is great.
I'm the boss.
The tea is great.
Got it.
But I'm like, I don't know how they're making it, because I look, I can't relate. At that time, I couldn't relate to what they were dealing with because I was a much younger woman at the time. But it was just like, how are you dealing with that? Mm-hmm. Like, I remember I had a conversation with a guy, was married, and his wife, she had kids later. I would say like late 30s, 38, 39, 40 years old, having babies. And then you got to deal with that. Like, it's the pregnancy, then the pregnancy hormones, then the hormones from you just going into your 40s. It was like bananas. Like, his house was like crazy. And, he thought like their marriage was really going through because the intimacy was just not there.
Fuck that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it wasn't there because, at the time, like, his wife, she didn't feel like she was adequate enough. You know what I mean?
You got to make your woman feel like she's adequate enough.
I agree. You have to. But
baby,
sometimes,
what you want me to do? You want me to suck your toes while I'm in you? Like, I'll suck your toes out the shower, though. Like, it got to be a horny day for me to suck your toe straight after work. Shit, like, you know what I mean? I might get foot, hand, mouth disease or something. Oh, my fault. I'm sorry.
You
Sorry,
don't want
Kelly.
that.
Sorry, Kelly.
You don't want
no,
that.
No, sure the fuck done. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make light of it neither, Kelly. It's odd how I put doing it to that song, though, but to that topic.
That was interesting. But I mean, women go through a lot of different things.
Absolutely.
And I think that's it. You know, as a man, I mean, you gotta step up. And I think you have to recognize, because a woman may not be able to really communicate to you what's going on. Like, she may not even know what's going on. You know what I mean? And so I think it's definitely a man's job to just like be a little bit more sensitive to that, and to know and understand. Like, you got to know and understand, okay, my wife at 25 is different than my wife at 45 or 40 or 35. She's a different
little bit
woman.
more to get it wet, player.
You gotta do a whole lot more to just make things happen.
Motherfucker,
So,
you gotta, first of all, nigga.
I mean, that's when you really have to date your wife, like, for real. You really
gotta
gotta date her.
You gotta go. Chris Rock said on motherfucking Tambourine, which I asked everybody to watch that with their mate.
I didn't see
Because he
that.
touched on a lot of shit, because that was after him coming through the divorce. You
watch
got to
it?
go on trips, and you got to have a lot of sex.
Really? After 40?
After 40, 50, 60.
Really?
I got OGs that still, I had OGs that I believe what they say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you do. I think you gotta do a little bit more.
You got to do a little bit more, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so.
I got another one.
I see that one. I'm waiting for that one too. Go ahead.
So I usually don't.
I got mine though.
I usually don't do two.
I you know what? I try not to do two a night either, but you know I'd rather do one at the night and wake up in the morning and do another one. Oh my fuck.
Wow.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Where are you? What, you having a moment, huh?
Yeah, I just see, you know what I'm saying? Like you threw me the lob. I throw you the lob sometimes. Wow. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm just, those of you who are watching or listening.
Absolutely.
I do want you to answer this question.
I got you.
I want you to answer. I want our listeners and our viewers to answer this question.
I hope they,
because it would be interesting to see what people come up with. But this is for you.
We're gonna pose. This is gonna be our question of the week for next week, and just see what happens.
If your sex game was a song, what would it be called?
Ambitions of a Rider. No,
really?
Gotta be some Pac, nigga. Gotta be some Pac for me. How do you want it, motherfucker? That's my shit. How do you want it? Because I'm a pleaser. I like to. I'm gonna do what, you know, can we talk nasty? Can I?
You do whatever you like. Cause hey, you said Playboy D is in the house. So Playboy D, here we go, full fledged. There it is.
If your sex game was a song, what would it be called? How do you want it? Because, you know what I'm saying, sometimes you might just want it this position. Sometimes you want it that position. Sometimes you want it on a couch with your hands on a coffee table leaning back while you're on top. I don't know. Sometimes you want me to just lick. I don't know. Like, just, and now when I try to get up, you push my head back down. I don't know. How do you motherfucking want it? Right?
How do you want it?
Sometimes you want me to just do like this. Bow, 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 bow. How do you want it? You know what I'm saying? That's only for the video people to see what I was doing. Okay? So, Kelly, if your sex game was a song, what would it be called?
So, my song, I had a couple.
Damn. That's some quality. That's some quality cooch. Then it ain't no vintage vagina.
I had a couple, but
go ahead, Kel.
The one song is Betty Wright.
Oh my fucking, yeah, your ass is too old. Go ahead.
Tonight is the night.
That's ridiculous, Kelly.
What? Tonight is the night? But tonight is not, you know, her song is Tonight is the Night. You make me a woman.
Okay, no, Kelly.
Tonight is the night I'm going to make you a man.
Yes. Shit.
Okay. A different kind of man, though.
No, watch your fingers by my booty hole. Like, you ain't making me a man, motherfucker. You better chill out.
Okay, That's too much. That's too much. TMI. Too much information.
Women are trying to take it too far. Like almost got choked in this motherfucker. Y'all talking about Kareem Hunt. Motherfucker, what he did. Motherfucker, you better relax with that shit. Some niggas, they might like that shit. Everybody seen Top 5? You seen Top 5, right?
No.
Oh, my God. So I'm taking Kelly on a field trip tonight. She's watching either Top 5 or Tambourine tonight. Before you leave.
You know what Tambourine is like in my queue.
Yeah, but Top 5 is one of my favorite movies of all time. And he had a Gucci suit with the Gucci tie. Anyway, yeah. We watching Top 5 because Rosario Dawson, and that's one of the finest women. That's one of my top 5 women.
Who's in that movie?
Rosario Dawson, motherfucker, Cedric Entertainer, Chris Rock.
Maybe I have seen it.
Top 5 when he was talking about the shit. He was Gabrielle Union was his fiance and shit like that.
I think I did see that. I just don't remember. It's a long time ago.
Yeah, when he was in Houston with Cedric Entertainer with the 2 chicks and all that shit. You don't remember?
I don't remember it. Yeah, I have to see it again.
Oh my God,
field trip it is.
Yeah, field trip it is. She's staying late. All right, come on.
So yeah, tonight is the night.
All right, okay. That's it?
For today. Next week I'll come with something else.
All right. Don't worry about it. I got it. It's not directed at you. You shouldn't be offended. Put your glasses on, take a shot, hat, whatever the fuck you got to do. Sit back, cross your legs, get you a drink, right?
Wait, I need you to pause, like for real. Because I don't. Like for real, y'all. Like, don't be offended. I'm just telling you right now because I don't know where he's coming from and how hard he's going to go in. Because you did say you was going to go in.
I've been going.
You said you was going to go off.
I've been keeping. I'm cool. I'm cool. That was before.
Okay.
All right. You ready?
Are y'all ready?
No, they ain't ready.
I'm ready.
Never ready.
They ain't ready.
I don't. Let me see what I'm gonna do it to today. Let's do it to Snoop. I can do it to Snoop. All right. Now,
okay.
Own your shit. Whatever the fuck you are, whatever the fuck you do, own your shit. Just own it. Like if you're a punk motherfucker, be a punk motherfucker. If you're a punk ass hoe, because I'm trying not to say bitch no more because I've been told I say bitch too much. We all know it's bitches, women, and hoes. Whatever you are, own your shit. You know what I mean? But I'm tired of people that's unaccountable that will come to you on some shit that they think they told you, try to check you about it, and then when they know they're wrong, don't apologize. Own your shit, fam. Say sorry. I'm sorry means a lot to people nowadays. Like, just say you're sorry. I would appreciate it. And I'm not talking about black fucking women. Because most people think black women think all the time they know everything and all that shit. I'm talking about white women too. That motherfucker you pissing off? Let me get my shit right. I don't think I'm right. That motherfucker you pissing off? Keep that motherfucker. Because you don't own your own shit. All right. Ain't nobody gonna fuck with you. All right. So the motherfucker that you got smelling behind your little funky ass, you need to keep that motherfucker. Because ain't nobody else gonna want your ass. Because you got a fucked up attitude. So keep that motherfucker that you're pissing off, because if you only got one, it's a reason why. If ain't nobody paying for you to want to mess with you and all that shit, or for services provided, yeah, you need to keep that guy. Next. There's an influx of boys with female characteristics or traits, and I don't know where the fuck they're coming from. But maybe it's because all the fucking men are locked up in jail. Waupun, Dodge, Green Bay, motherfucker, Racine, whatever the fuck you want. HOC, DFSSF, motherfucker, whatever the fuck you want to call them, Milwaukee. First of all, Milwaukee, how you got 2 jails kitty corner downtown off the highway? I don't get it. But anyway, whatever. Once we legalize weed, I think I got to let everybody off. They got weed charges. But I would think Scott Walker, my buddy, let everybody off before you go to got weed, petty weed charges less than £2, you got to get out of jail. That's anybody with less than £2 of weed charges need to get out of jail right now. Because you ain't making no money off of £2 of weed. these boys with female characteristics, there's an influx of them, and I don't know where they're coming from, but I don't know if it's TT, Nene, PP, Lily. I'm gonna let my child be who the fuck he is, and it's cool. I didn't say gay. I didn't say any of that. I said female characteristics or traits. We need to tighten that up. They got an uncle somewhere. They got a granddaddy somewhere. They can't be with TT, Lily, Nene, and Mimi and all that shit. Because TT, Lily, and Mimi, when they in Pickers A with them, calling them punk motherfuckers. So they think they're a punk motherfucker. So punk is a term used from the jail system for sissies. Sissies is a term used in the jail system for gay men. In the jail, that's a gay term called faggot. So I don't know. But we have a lot of boys with female characteristic traits at a young age right now, and it's because they see their mama with all this flaming shit and the shit their mothers allow them to watch, all these women on TV being catty. So I think we need to change the viewing of what our children are watching. But we just need to watch that because everybody hasn't been touched. So that means people are born with it. So if it is what it is, though, I mean, but we respect all, but it's a lot of boys with a lot of female characteristics or traits because these men are not doing a fucking job. Be a fucking father. Be a stepfather. Be an uncle. Be a brother. Be whatever you need to do with these boys to be a man, because I'm still from the old school that a woman cannot show a boy how to be a man. Now, a man can show a girl how to be a woman. No, I'm biased. I'm done. Absolutely. I'm doing a hell of a job with my daughter. You know what I'm saying? I know I am.
You are.
Shit,
you are.
I got the data to back it up.
You are.
She ain't doing everything I needed to do, but you know what I'm saying? Shit.
Cause you dad.
Yeah, I'm dad. I love all my kids.
Yeah, you supposed to. That was good.
Song of the week.
Interesting.
Song of the week.
Song of the week. You got one?
Yeah. I need to go.
Is that it?
Nigga,
Is that your song of the week?
Chopper style. Chopper's Empire Room. Stand up right now. My song of the week is the Christmas song by Nat King Cole. One of the best Christmas songs you can find on the planet of motherfucking Earth. I'm done.
Man, I wish we could play that one. That is a nice song. I love that song.
I got you. Hold on. When you ready, just let me know. I got you on deck.
I'm trying to figure out if Donny Hathaway does that one.
Everybody did it. Everybody did it. But hold on, let me get you. I got
Donny
you.
Hathaway is good too.
Let me get you right. I got your song. I got your song on here. So just let me know when you ready, nigga.
My song.
Let me know when you're ready. Hold on, baby. Hold on, baby. Please wait. I got it.
Well, let me just say this. My song, I've been listening to like these new school artists lately, and I was just like, I gotta go back to like some old school R&B. That's like, those are songs that really, really like.
Absolutely.
Like, people really talked about like how they felt for real.
You know, the real OG stopped paying attention mid-90s.
Yeah.
My OG, I was talking to him tonight. He's like, dog, this motherfucker said he was in the Fight the Power video when it was in Brooklyn, and he was breaking down the boroughs, and now the shit is gentrified right now. That when the white people got priced out of Manhattan and they went straight to Brooklyn, the first boroughs over the bridge, the white people went and took over because they got priced out of Manhattan. It's rich.
Wow, that's crazy.
Okay, I got
Interesting.
You ready?
Yeah. So. Yeah, that's nice. So my song is by Faith Evans.
I love this girl.
Like,
both of them. I do too.
Let me tell y'all something. Faith Evans, like, I really don't think people.
She's underrated.
Totally underrated.
But she did fall off when she got some lost albums out there. She got some lost tape years.
She does.
She did enough her first 3 albums that she's going to the R&B Hall of Fame. Absolutely.
Like, I didn't even know that she had an album.
She got tons of albums. Can I say? Go ahead, because I got a controversial statement I'm gonna say. Go ahead.
This album, I mean, this song is just basically called "I Love You," and I mean, I'm the type of person I will listen to an entire album.
Absolutely.
And that's what I used to do with Faith Evans. Like,
Absolutely.
that's like when people was really like sleeping on her, they would only listen to the stuff they play on the radio. But I used to listen to her whole album. And this was a song that I would play over and over and over again. This, and As Soon As I Get Home, even though they play that one on the radio all the time, but this one right here, I don't know if I heard this on the radio like that. But it's just, I love you.
It was a single, but yeah.
It was.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so I mean, the chorus is just, I love you, I want you, you're the one that I live for, I can't take it anymore, I love you, I need you, what can I do to make you see that you're the only one for me?
I have one caveat, is because when she was on Drink Champs with Nori and DJ AEFN, shout out Drink Champs, she was talking about how back in the day she used to fuck mad niggas. You know what I'm saying? I used to fuck mad niggas, like type shit. So
Yeah.
if you listen to a lot of Faith songs, they are about having sex. If you really think about it, a lot of her songs is about having sex. So it's cool. I love it. Love it to death.
Yeah.
Faith for our shit. If you take Whitney Houston out of the shit, if you take Anita Baker out of the shit, if you really think about it. So that's, we take Whitney up to the mid 90s. We take Whitney and Anita from 93 and fall the fuck back. You really got Mary, Badu, and Faith. Like, I'm putting on, because we talking about mid 90s to a certain era. Of course, the Queen Bee, motherfucker, is well, I don't want to get into Queen Bee, but Queen Bee done, she's, you know what I'm saying? Because she on something else. But yeah, I still can't sound fucking with Beyonce over Mary J. Blige, but
Queen Bee is more like, I'm gonna say like,
she's
like when Whitney was at her peak, like that's where she's at right
everything.
now.
She's everything. She's everything.
Like that's where I would put her at, because Whitney was there, like, and she was so mainstream, like Whitney was an international artist, and that's who Queen Bee is.
Right, but you know,
artist, and she's been that for a long time.
They would try to say Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey and shit is more pop artists, right? Queen Bee is hip hop like Mary though. Like if we're looking for the queen of hip hop soul, we got Mary J. Motherfucking, we got Beyonce right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Mary is I don't even think it's just like a whole nother
Mary,
type of stuff. Like Mary is like straight up like Aretha Franklin. Mary J. Blige. Like
Mary just took over for Aretha. Exactly. Like, I'm glad you said that.
Like, and I mean, in between Aretha is Shaka Khan.
Yeah, but Mary done took over for Aretha. Now Mary is right there now, nigga. So
absolutely.
All your national anthems, all whatever the fuck you need to do, the motherfucking the matriarch of black people for the female is Mary though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like she took over for Aretha since Aretha passed away, rest her soul. And I want to shout out a couple podcasts ago, I was saying motherfuckers is more worried about Kim Porter than niggas are dying in their own city and all that shit. By no means did I mean to not say rest in peace Kim Porter. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody that dies, it's a problem. But I just didn't want to seem insensitive to what the fuck other people are going through. All I was saying is that there's little girls getting killed, and I don't see you doing anything in your own community where you could be a little bit more effective with marching and doing shit and paying tithes that you worry about Kim Porter. R.I.P. to Kim Porter. R.I.P. to all little girls and boys and the cats that getting shot by dope dealers, robbers, police, whoever else, baby mamas, baby
Sex
daddies.
trafficking.
It is what it is. Sex trafficking, all that shit. So I didn't want anybody to think, you know what I'm saying, I'm insensitive to Kim Porter because it's all a tragic loss. You know what
Absolutely.
I mean?
Any unexpected death is all
Absolutely.
tragic. I mean, even if it's even when it is expected, you know what I mean? It's just tragic.
It's all bad. It's all bad. So, moving on, something to cook. I did a meal in the beginning. It was Tuscan. It was creamy Tuscan garlic chicken. I'm flipping it with the shrimp. Unfortunately, I didn't make it tonight for Kels. We talked about it last week. So I was with my OG, and when we made paella. You motherfuckers that don't know about nothing about no paella, you can't get it good in the city. But when you got to order $100 for 3 spices, no, I ain't good. I damn never want to get the motherfucking container of food, but we had
Put it on there.
we had maza rice, that shit came straight from Spain. We had the motherfucking saffron came straight from Spain. We had the paella season came straight from Spain, and we had what was it? Was it smoked? Fuck.
Oh wow.
It was smoked. Fuck it. It was smoked something, another spice, right? And then we had the rice. We had chicken thighs, 4 chicken thighs, quartered off, 1 bone in it. Boom, 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 boom. So it was actually, he said quartered off. It wasn't quartered off. It was triple slice. Slice that, slice the edge, the part with the bone. Red pepper, white onion, garlic. We put the rice in, and then fucking sound effects.
You doing sound effects for
we put
real.
3 cups of rice. This some good ass rice, y'all. Got it from Spain. Amazon is a motherfucker, and it was 2-day shipping. How we get shit from Spain in 2 days?
Amazon.
Anyway, so and then we had 6 cups of chicken broth pork. Had the shit in. Put the foil on top of the paella pan. By that time, we had to get the seafood together. We talking about shrimp, mussels, scallops, lobster, tails. Fucking unbelievable. Yeah, you didn't taste that. Kelly tasted it though. Kelly, was it good?
It was delicious.
It was good. Yeah, she tasted off wax. So
it was delicious, y'all. It's been a long time since I had paella.
Asparagus and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it wasn't there.
Motherfucker, we had artichoke salad up in that motherfucker, man. It was motherfucker. So yeah, it was good though. But yeah, but the creamy chicken shit, we'll talk about it next week because I got to make sure Kelly come over tomorrow to get some.
I'll be here. You ain't got to make sure. I'll be here for sure.
All right, we done, Kels.
We're done. Good show.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, we appreciate y'all listening. Be sure you subscribe to Apple Podcasts, Google Podbean.com.
GooglePodbean.com.
I always say that.
It's right there on your piece of thing.
Google. I'm not looking at it. That's the problem.
Let me do it then.
You do, because I'm not even looking at it.
She has a motherfucker. I put that little ass bit of Jameson in her shit.
Google Play Music, okay,
Thank
Apple
you.
Podcasts, Podbean.com.
Confidence in the Klutch.podbean.com.
Confidence in the Clutch, Podbean.com. Or check us out on YouTube at Confidence in the Clutch. It's Confidence in the Clutch on Apple Podcasts and Google Play Music as well. So, yeah, listen to that. Check us out. It's been good.
Dropping exclusively after this is the 7th podcast in the network. I love these podcasts. It's funny how I came out of infancy, but now I have a Milwaukee City Girls Basketball Gold Division, just to understand what we're doing. Gold Division Game of the Week. Last night I was able to go see Vincent at King. Well, King at Vincent. Ariel Kirkwood, a girl who I coached in the summertime. Scored 1,000 point. I got there the second half. It was a great game. So look for that second half coming. I'm working on everything. It is what it is, but I think I got a niche with that shit too. So once you hear it, it's okay. Give me my comments. Leave whatever you want, positive or negative. But trust me, I think I got something with that shit too. So
7th one.
7 podcasts in the network. We got Confidence in the Clutch. We got the MKE Chosen Few Select Series, interview series, all the co-professional ballers, all conference cats, state champions cats. We have the Queen of the South Reverberation podcast. We got the Power Reverberation podcast. We got LAD Love Affair Discussions with Kels. We have the Office of Akil and Bella, and we have In the Game, Milwaukee City Girls Basketball. Expert analysis, play-by-play analysis, special interviews, and Ariel's on the podcast. So she got on the end. She let me interview her on her 1,000 point, what it meant to her. No, shit, that's 7.
You got another one coming up though. You got another one.
Oh yeah. Oh, and something to cook. So I'm finna be 8th, and then Kels shit.
You know.
I don't even know the name of it.
Don't even know the name of it yet.
Jada got red table. I'm finna be like Kelly's able, nigga. I don't know.
No, it ain't gonna be no table. We just gonna be sitting on the floor.
Oh, with pillows.
With pillows.
Around a table.
Round table.
And then
or not, or no table.
How about we put it with the pillows and then on the table, and then at we can eat dinner on the table, and at the table we can have. Oh, we done?
Yeah, we're done.
All right. 3, 2. Wait, Kelly. Confidence on 3 and the clutch on 6. 1, 2, 3.
Confidence
4, 5, 6.
in the clutch.
Kelly, crazy.
Confidence in the clutch.